Muscle Up Risers, how are you all doing? Hope you're having a great day so far. It's Ashton here. So I'm here to do Fusion 2 with you today. Right, so for those of you who don't know, Fusion 2 is a combination of all of our power, flex and chill intensities. Okay, so we go from high to medium to low, so a massive range of movement there. If at any point you need to take a little rest or modify the move to suit you, then please feel free to do so. Okay, so when you're ready, let's get started in our child's pose. So today I'm going to start with knees together. So knees back together, and then from here arms reach forward and glutes come onto the heels. Forehead to the floor, and then gently just creep the fingers forward. Feel the whole body extend here. Okay, so we're just lengthening out the spine. And then once you feel like you can't stretch anymore, then allow everything to relax. Glutes sinking towards the heels even more. And then let's bring the focus to the breath. Let's take these next few moments to really just be mindful of breath and body. So deep breath into the stomach and ribcage. And then exhaling slowly down. 4 more breaths to go now. Inhale now. It doesn't really quite matter if you're not breathing at the same rate as me. I'm just guiding you. And exhale. As long as you're relaxing and moving with the breath. 3 more now. And 2 more to go. Just really allowing all worries and busy thoughts to just pass you by. Just delay thinking about them for now. 1 more breath to go. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, from here, upon next breath, lift the forehead up from the floor. Bring your hands in towards you, shift the shoulders over the hands, and then separate the feet and the knees so that your knees sit underneath the hips. So from here, we're going to take a scooping cat-cow now. A little squeeze of the abs. As we inhale, we flex the spine, bringing hips up into the air, dipping chest down, rolling shoulders away from ears, lifting the chin and lengthening neck. As we exhale, we bring chin to chest, rolling the spine back in the direction that we just came from. So tucking the tailbone under and opening up the shoulder blades there. Okay, just 3 more of these. Inhale, going as deeply as you want. Flexing spine. And then exhaling back. Alright, this time as we inhale, go for that flex of the spine, and then if you want for more lift, come onto the tips of the fingers here, and then exhale, release palms back down and touch into chest. 1 more to go. Inhale, lift onto fingertips if you want, and exhale, flow back down, opening up shoulder blades. And then shift back into your tabletop. From here, nip the knees and the feet in together. And then up on your next exhalation, lift the knees just a few inches from the floor. We are going to hold here. Keep squeezing the thighs together and also holding the core down so we don't ride up with the hips here. Okay, 2 more breaths. Continue to push the floor away, guys. Try to ensure that your hands are directly underneath the shoulders. So make adjustments if you need. And 1 more breath, feeling that engagement and heat building up in the shoulders and quads. Inhale here. And then as we exhale, I'll do it the other side. As we exhale, we're going to bring the knees to one side and then bring the glutes to the heels. As we inhale, we move into that central position again. As we exhale, we swing to the other side. Inhale to center, knees stay together all through the movement. Exhale to side. Inhale, exhale, pushing the floor away gently as well. Inhale and exhale. And just give me 1 more on each side. Should already begin to feel that in the quads there. Come onto the knees if you need to. Come back into center. Drop knees onto floor. Inhale here, keep the toes tucked. And then exhale, lift hips up into your downward dog. Now separate the feet there so that they're about hip width apart here. And then hands are at shoulder width. Try to wrap your upper arms towards one another to keep the arms engaged. And gently drag the heels towards the floor. If you want, you can take a little bend and maybe even walk the feet in towards the hands just a smidgen. Just whatever makes you feel stable and comfortable. Getting you the stretch that you need in your lower back and in the backs of the legs. If you want to, we can even start to pedal out the feet. Twist gently from side to side. Allow the head to just relax here. If feeling both sides of the back, just extend and stretch out. 2 more breaths. For 2. Driving each heel right down there, and last breath. For 1. Okay. Inhale, come back into your stationary down dog. Let's go for our first vinyasana. Inhale here, and then exhale, shift your shoulders over the hands, coming into your lovely plank. Okay, so feet still at hip width, and you want to push the floor away, fingertips pointing forwards. Keep your gaze in between the hands for that lovely straight neck. 2 more breaths here for 2. And 1 more breath. Alright, as we exhale, pop into chaturanga, or knees, chest and chin. So weight comes forwards, chest comes downwards, slow lower. Inhale, ground into heels of hands, squeeze glutes here. Okay, try and bring your heels in towards one another if your heels are just splaying out the side. Okay, that means you need to just engage the glutes a little bit more, keep everything strong and engaged. Lift chin and chest, and then as we exhale, roll back onto the toes, and lift your hips up back into that downward facing dog. Push 4 away. Inhale here. And then lift up the right leg. As we exhale now, we're going to come into our power sequence. We're going to thread the knees towards the chest and then pop the right foot in between the hands. We're going to ground into the right foot and then lift that left leg into the air. We're going to reach forwards into our warrior 3 here. That's it. You might need to take a few moments if you might be a little wobbly as it's your first warrior 3 and it's a balancing movement of the day. All right, so squeeze your left glute, pin your hips down, reach forwards with the arms. 2 more breaths. Try to straighten out that bottom leg, but try not to lock out the knee. 1 more breath here. Keep extending the body. And then exhale, float hands back onto the floor beside front foot and step back into plank vinyasa now. Inhale here, in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog. Engagement of the glutes, remember. Exhale, flow to down dog. Inhale, lift up left leg. Exhale, thread foot in between hands, ground into left foot, and then lift for that warrior 3. Extend and float for 3. Deep breaths. For 2, really squeeze your right glute, flex the foot if you want. And for 1. All right, exhale, hands down onto the floor, and then pop back into your plank here. Okay, so you can stay in your high plank, or you can come onto the forearms or knees if you want. We're going to do a body saw. If you can just hold a plank if you want as well, if it's too much for your wrists. As I inhale, I roll forwards, shifting shoulders over the hands, coming right onto the tippy toes. As I exhale, I roll backwards. So I want to make sure that my hips come forwards and backwards and that they don't go up and down like this, okay? Engagement of the whole body. 3 more of these for 3. For 2, exhale back, and for 1, inhale and exhale, working right into those wrists. Inhale here in plank, and then exhale, lift hips up into the air, taking your downward dog. One inhalation here, and then exhale, bend the knees, and then step or fall over to seated position. Legs unfold in front of you. We're going to take a little recovery pose. So double-legged forward fold. Inhale, reach up with the arms, extend spine. As we exhale, hinge at the hips, leading with the chest, extending and reaching forwards with the arms. Once you feel like you cannot extend anymore or hinge anymore, then pop your feet onto the floor and allow nose to come to knee. Sorry, that's my phone there. Sorry about this. Okay. Sorry, no more interruptions there. So deep breaths here for 3. Feel yourself sinking deeper into the pose, nose to knee. For 2, feeling spine extend. And 1 more breath. Alright, slowly walk your hands back towards you, cross your legs, hands onto the floor, and then you can either step or pop back into your plank. Alright, vinyasa, inhale here in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog. Exhale, flow to down dog. You're ready for round number 2 now. So inhale, lift up right leg. Exhale, thread to your warrior 3. Go for that smooth lift if we can for 3. Extend body. Flex that back foot. For 2, pin your hips down. And for 1. Okay, from here, float your hands onto the floor in line with that bottom foot if possible. No worries if you need them slightly in front, fingertips on the floor, and then lift and squeeze your left leg and glute into their standing split. Nose to knee, high as possible. For 3, use your core to lift and also try to pin the hips in line with one another. 2, 1 more breath. Keep that leg lifted. And 1. Alright. Plant back into your plank nice and strongly and quietly. Take an inhalation here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop to up dog. Exhale, flow to down dog. Warrior 3 on the other side now. Inhale, lift up left leg. Exhale, thread foot in between hands and lift into that warrior 3. For 3, reach and extend. For 2, and for 1, you're ready to come into that standing split. So fingertips onto the floor and then lifting and squeezing that right leg. For 3, keep lifting. For 2, try to square the hips off. Doesn't matter if you don't get your leg very high. Try and keep the hips square for that alignment. 1 more breath. And then slowly step back into that plank here. Okay, body sort, forearms and knees or in high plank. Inhale forwards, exhale back for 3. For 2, can we go a little bit further right onto the tippy toes? And for 1. Now from here, plank jacks. So inhale, feet come out, exhale, feet jump back in. Or if that's too much for you, you can just do some toe taps with 1 knee on the floor at a time if you want. So 5 of these. Inhale, exhale, 5, 4, 3. Keep hips still as possible. And for 1. All right, from here, push back into your downward dog. Inhale here. And then exhale, bend the knees and step or float into your seated position. Unfold your legs in front of you. Go for that double leg forward fold. Inhale, rise, extend the arms. And then exhale, fold forwards, reach forwards, leading with chest. Allow yourself to fold, chin to chest for 3, nose to knee. Try to relax the hamstrings and lower back for 2. And last breath. Okay, walk your hands back towards you and then slowly roll back We're going to take some single or double leg lowers now. So level one, hands and neck on the floor. Legs into the air, bend the knees if you want to, and then we can cycle out one leg after the other and raise them back. Okay? Level two, chin to chest, hands off the floor, and we do double leg lowers. Alright? Again, bending knees if you need to. So for three, exhale all the way back. Inhale, lower. Low as you can go, lower back to floor. For two, one more. Inhale, lower, keeping shoulder blades off the floor. Exhale. Alright, cross legs, hands onto floor, and then step or pop back to plank. Inhale here, vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, two up dog. Exhale, float it down. So we're going to do a double round next. So this means we're going to do twice as many movements as we've been doing. Last round of power now. Inhale, lift up right leg. Exhale, flow between hands. Take that warrior three. For three. For two, pin your hips down. And forward. Hands onto the floor. Lifting to standing splits for three. Lift, 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 nose to knee. For two, deep breaths, keep them slow. And for one, now gently step your foot back behind you, your top one that is. Coming into a lunge position, feet at hip width apart. Slowly rise into your strong lunge. So back leg is relatively straight and strong. And then you really want to press your back heel to the back of the mat. Push your front knee outwards, sink downwards into the hips. Keep your core strong, tuck your glutes underneath you. Bring hands to chest. And then from here, whenever you're ready, bring opposite elbow onto outside of that front knee. Bring the hands as close to the center of chest as possible. Keep lifting the chest and twisting the spine for three. Oh, sink down into those hips. For two. Deep breaths now. Maybe if possible, you can make that elbow float off the knee. On one more breath. Alright, slowly untwist, release. Hands onto the floor. Step back into your plank. Let's do a few chaturanga presses now. Come onto knees if you need to. Hands outside of shoulders, working into triceps. From here, weight comes forwards. Inhale, lower chest, close to floor as possible. Exhale, press back up, keeping those elbows in close. Are you ready for two more? Let's go. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Never rushing that movement. Come back into your down dog. You ready for the other side now? Inhale, lift up left leg. Exhale, knee to chest. And then lift straight into your warrior three for three. Oh, keep lifting that top leg. For two, can you make your body a little bit longer? And one more breath, really stretch out. And then exhale, fingertips onto the floor, standing split. Again, really stretching out, making everything as long as possible for three. That's it. For two, keep lifting. One more breath, pin those hips. And for one, and now I'm going to plant our foot back into our twisted lunge. Feet at hip width. Make your adjustments, push the knee out. Hands to chest, straighten that back leg. Inhale here, and then exhale, twist over that front knee. For three, floating elbow if we can. For two, look upwards slightly. Twisting. One more breath before we untwist and get down in a plank for those push-ups again. Yeah! So hands onto the floor, step back into plank. Now, if you want to make it just a little bit easier for your triceps, then you can widen the hands out and come into normal push-ups. So I'm going to demonstrate this to you so you can know the difference the next time you do this. So hands outside of mat width, so much wider than we do in the chaturanga. So this is easier than doing chaturangas, I think, because you actually use more chest muscles. So just have this in mind the next time you're struggling with chaturangas. All right, inhale here, and then as we exhale, chest to floor. Inhale up, that's it. 3 more of these. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 1 more, still always tucking the elbows towards you. Inhale, exhale. Yeah, beautiful. All right, hands back underneath the shoulders, body soar. Forwards and backwards. Inhale, exhale for 3, for 2. That's it, keeping those hips solid. 1 more, and for 1. Come back into plank, you ready for plank jacks? Let's go, 5, 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, lifting your hips into the air. We're gonna go for a scorpion knee drive. Inhale, right leg lifts, open hips, stack them, squeeze the right glute. Exhale, bring knee to opposite elbow, keeping hips down. For 3, for 2, let's see, we can get that knee a little bit higher on the arm. 1 more breath, and for 1. All right, well done. Inhale, come back to the top. From here, we're going to go for a flip into a wild thing. So keep that right leg in the air. Lift your right hand off the floor, and then pop your right foot down, lifting into a wild thing. Reach towards the front of the mat with that right arm. If possible, let's try and open that chest towards the ceiling even more. For 3, really lengthening out the front of the body. If you're struggling on your wrist, and come onto your left knee. For 2. 1 more breath. You can do this, guys. And then slowly untwist and come out of that wild thing. And come back into your downward facing dog again. We're going to go for scorpion knee drives on the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Open up, squeeze glute. Exhale, drive to opposite elbow. For 3. For 2. 1 more, and then you know what's coming. And for 1, that flip into a wild thing, remember. Inhale, lift, smooth flip, all with control. All right, left arm reaches to the front of the mat. For 3, keep lifting the chest, rotating your heart to face the ceiling. 1 more breath. And untwist. Come back into your downward dog. Are you ready for your jump into your seated position? Bend knees, drop or jump. Legs out in front. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge and fold. That's it for 3. Allow the hands to just relax. Taking hold of the feet, only if you can do this with ease and it allows you to relax. For 2. And for 1. Okay, slowly unfold and then roll back. Let's go for those leg lowers, single or double, remember. Up to you. For 3. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. For 2, keeping lower back and floor. And for 1. All right, from here we're going to do some ab bicycles, more core work, hands to temples, shoulder blades lifted off the floor even more if we can. As we exhale, we're going to bring opposite elbow to opposite knee, keeping shoulder blades lifted. Inhale back to center, exhale over to the other side. Notice how my lengthened leg gets as low and as long as possible. All right, 5 of these for 5, 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, come back into center. Plant your feet onto the floor. We're going to go for some single leg glute bridge presses. So palms planted down, palms facing down, feet underneath the knees. Lengthen out one leg, the right leg, knees together if you want, or for more engagement, then straighten that leg, have soft bend if you need. All right, 3 powerful presses. Inhale, lift the glutes. Exhale, slowly down for 3, For 2, keep that leg engaged. 1 more breath, you can do this. And for 1. Alright, let's swap sides. Left leg lifts. For 3. For 2. Stabilize those hips. And for 1. Well done. Now bring knees to chest. Have a little rock and roll around. Circle the knees for 3. Try to enjoy that lovely cushioning of the top of the glute muscles there. And 1 more breath. Okay, whenever you're ready, slowly roll up to seated position. So that was the power section of the class over and done with. So now we're moving into the flex section. We're going to breathe and move a little bit slower. Okay, so hands come onto the floor now. And then from here, step back into your plank. Vinyasa. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, flow to down dog. Now we're going to take a warrior 1. Okay, so make your adjustments in your down dog. Inhale, lift up the right leg. And then exhale, thread knee to chest, pop foot in between hands. Flatten your back foot and rise. So we're taking warrior 1. Okay, so heels are in line with one another. The back foot is turned out to about a 45-degree angle there. You want to push this front knee out. Front knee is at 90 degrees. Okay, and then I also want to draw my right hip back towards me. I want to try and square my hips off to the front of the mat as much as possible. No worries if it's not quite possible, if you've got pretty tight hips. Alright, from here, inhale, rise up with the arms, sink down into the hips continuously, maybe even connect the hands, and then maybe if you want, introduce a little back bending by lifting the chest and squeezing the shoulder blades for 3. Push that front knee out. For 2. That's it. Face turned upwards slightly. And for 1. Okay, now keeping your legs as they are, we're going to come out of our back bend and then interlock the hands behind our back. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze shoulder blades together, lift the hands up, feeling the chest open here. As we exhale, we bow forwards, bringing shoulder onto the inside of knee, letting the head drop, squeezing both glutes to keep that strong position in the legs there. For 3. Keep squeezing, keep lifting the hands into the air. For 2. Try to even out the weight between both legs, okay? And 1 more breath. Feeling that inner thigh open. And then release hands onto floor, framing the front foot. Come onto the ball of the back foot, and then we're going to lift the front foot off the floor and then shoot it back into our 3-legged dog. So 3-legged dog, pin your hips down. Square them off, point the toe, flex the foot, whatever feels good, and then ground heel to floor or come onto ball of foot. It's completely up to you. 2 more breaths. For 2, try to even out the weight between both shoulders. And 4, 1. Alright, from here we're going to float into our pigeon. So we come forwards with the weight and then we pop our right knee behind the right wrist. With your left leg, you can either lengthen it and sink into the hips, feeling that stretch in your right glute and hip, or if that's a little bit too much for you, just stick with a bent leg coming into animal pose. It still gives you that same stretch. Okay, so just do whatever suits. Okay, from here, gently rock from side to side. If you want to take the forward folded version to deepen into the stretch, then please feel free to do so. 3 deep breaths, feeling that lovely opening of the glute. For 3. Oh yeah, mine is pretty tight. for 2. And 1 more breath. And from here, bring your hands back underneath the shoulders and push back into your pigeon there. Right, so from here we're going to take variations of bound pigeon or mermaid. Okay, so if you've got a strap at home, you know you've got pretty tight quads, so you might want to use that. So level 1, we're going to look over our left shoulder and then just bend that left knee there. So I want you to try and really engage your glute and hamstring to create that bend in the knee before we go for the bind. So once you feel comfortable here, continuing to sink into the hips, we're going to reach towards the inside of our foot with our left hand here. Okay, and again, still keep your hamstring and glute engaged. Try not to just rely on your hand yanking the foot towards you. Keep the chest open and again, try to sink into the hips. So if this is comfortable for you, then maybe you want to bring your foot into the nook of your elbow. If this is not possible for you at all, making a bind with the foot, then use your strap. Okay, if you want to take it even further, let's go for the full mermaid. So right hand lifts off the floor and then we reach behind us and go for that connection with the left hand. Keeping the chest open, sinking into hips for 3. Woo! Trying to keep the balance. For 2. 1 more breath. And then slowly release. Woo! Yeah. Always a little bit difficult depending on the time of day it is sometimes as well. Okay, so pop your strap to the side if you use one, and then sweep your back leg around. We're now going to reset in a little bound angle. So soles of feet together, shuffling the glutes towards the heels, maybe even taking hold of the feet with the hands here, cupping them. Inhale, lift the chest here, and then exhale, gently hinge forward. So extend the spine, leading with the chest again for that fold. Always leading with the chest whenever we take a forward fold. And then bringing chin to chest when you cannot hinge anymore. For 3, deep breaths. That's it. For 2. And 1 more breath. From here, slowly rise, cross your legs, and then let's come back into our plank, ready for our vinyasa. Inhale here, we're going to do everything on the other side. And then exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, 2 up dog. And then exhale, flow back to down dog. Inhale, lift up the left leg. And then exhale, float knee to chest and foot in between hands. Warrior 1 now, so flatten your back foot. Back foot is at 45 degrees, square of the hips if possible. Draw the left hip back towards your midline, opening up the hips. Inhale, arms come up, sink down into hips for 3. That's it, connect the hands if you want, and even take a back bend as well. Sorry, now for 3. Really taping that back heel to the floor. For 2, little pinch of the shoulder blades, keep extending the arms. And last breath. And then come out of your back bend, keeping the legs as they are. Into your hands behind your back. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze shoulders, lift hands, and then fold forwards into your humble warrior. For 3, keep rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Keep lifting the hands into the air. For 2, squeezing that front glute. And 1 more breath. And then gently unbind the hands and then pop your hands beside your front foot. From here, bring weight into the hands and then lift this left leg and shoot it back behind you into our three-legged dog. Now, let's have a think about all those little cues. So square the hips off, squeeze your top glute, come onto ball of foot or grounding heel into floor, just whatever feels good. Evening weight out between both hands again. 2 more breaths for 2. Trying to get that straight line with the body. And 1 more breath. And then exhale, slowly float down into that pigeon. So left knee floats behind the left wrist, lengthening out the right leg if possible, sinking down into hips, rocking from side to side, or even folding forwards, or keep your back leg bent for animal for 3. Deep breath. For 2, try to relax. And 1 last breath. Okay, from here, gently push up into your original pigeon again. And then look over your right shoulder. So remember, we're going to take these variations of bound pigeon or mermaid. So start with a bent leg, and then see if you can make a connection with the hand, maybe the elbow, and then if possible, taking your full mermaid. That's it. For 3, sink down into your hips. Feeling that, oh God, sorry, I'm coming out of it a little bit. Feeling that stretch in the quad for 2. Try to focus on the spot. And 1 more breath. Definitely having a bit of a wobbly day today. And then slowly release. Sweep your back leg around towards the front. And then let's take our bound angle again, resetting once more. Soles of feet together, cupping the feet with the hands, shuffling bum towards heels. Inhale here, lift chest. Exhale, hinge forwards for 3. Feeling the hips and thighs open, and the lower back lengthen. For 2. And 4. From here, slowly unhinge. Just give your legs a little bit of a shake out. Cross your legs, pop hands onto the floor. Take that plank again. And let's work towards our wild card. Right? So shift back into your down dog here. Once again, inhale, lift up the left leg. And then exhale, plant your left foot beside your left hand. From here, drop your back knee onto the floor for now. And then we're just going to open up the inner thighs and hips here. So start to circle the torso here. We're going to do 3 of these for 3. Try to relax your front leg and try to ensure that your knee is not in front of your ankle. Make sure it's sort of like aligned above it or slightly behind it. Okay, gives you more of a stretch there. For 2. And for 1. Okay, from here, tuck your back toes underneath, lift the knee off the floor. And then if possible, pop your elbows onto the floor. No worries if not, just stay on your hands if not. Okay? And then once you're comfortable on your elbows, you can start to thread your shoulders underneath your knees there. And then wing out the arms, okay? So extend the arms out to the side. If possible, come on to the fingertips. Okay, try to straighten out your lunge, sinking down into your hips. That's it. And then when you feel ready to, you can then lift your left fingertips off the floor, and then maybe the other one. Staying strong here. For 3, sinking into hips. For 2. It's your flying lizard, guys. It's your wild card. And for 1. All right, hands onto floor and thread. Step back into plank. Maybe have a little rest, shake it out. And then let's take our vinyasa. So inhale here in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale 2 up dog. Exhale, float it down. Alright, you ready for the other side? So inhale, lift up the right leg. Exhale, float your foot beside the hands. From here, pop your knee onto the floor and start to circle the torso. For 3, in that gentle opening of that right inner thigh. For 2, and yeah, feeling a big difference in this side as well. And last breath. Okay, from here, lift your knee up from the floor and then pop elbows onto the floor if possible. And keep your knee on the floor if you want as well. And then, once you feel ready, pop your knee onto your shoulder, arms out to the side. Straighten out, sink into hips, stabilize yourself, and then fly up with the arms when you're ready. For 3, good, that's it. For 2, one more breath, come on. You can do this, and for 1. Okay, now hands come back onto the floor, and then pop back into your plank here. Take an inhalation here in plank, and then exhale into chaturanga. Slow it right down, guys. Inhale, scoop to up dog. Exhale, flow to your up dog. Now take an inhalation here. Slow the breath down. And then exhale, drop the knees onto the floor. And from here, hands off the floor, and however you want to do it, sweep your legs round towards the front, and then slowly roll back onto our backs, moving into the chill section now. So we're going to start with a wind relieving pose. Okay, so we're going to bring the right knee towards the chest, hug it towards you. And just give it a little squeeze towards the chest, feeling the lower back just open up there. And then once it feels good to do so, you can start to circle the hip in its joint, circling the knee. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and from here we're going to come into a reclined pigeon. So bend your left leg and then plant your foot onto the floor, and then with your right ankle, pop it onto your left knee or just above or onto mid-thigh, just whatever feels good. So the closer you have that foot towards your hip, the more intense the stretch will be here. Okay, allow the arms to relax, palms facing up for 3, deep breaths. For 2. And 1 more breath. And then we're going to come into a reclined happy cow, stretching into the glutes. So shift your right knee over your left, lift the legs into the lower back to the floor. If this is too much for you, then keep your legs in pigeon and then just thread your hands underneath your left thigh and squeeze that knee towards you. So full happy cow, knees on top of one another. We take hold of the ankles, pin the hips to the floor, inhale here. And then as we exhale, we pull the ankles outwards and downwards. So the more outwards you pull them, the more intense the stretch in that right glute for 3. Try to relax the lower body. Sometimes I find if you wiggle the toes, it just helps you relax a little bit more. For 2. And 1 more breath. And then release and cross the legs, give them a little shake out. And we do everything on the other side now. Oh, nice and quickly, nearly running out of time. Then lengthen out the left leg, right leg, squeeze left knee towards you. Little rotations now, so circle the knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming into your pigeon, so bend the right leg, plant the foot onto the floor, and relax the hands. For for 3, for 2, 1. You're ready to shift that knee over the other one for your happy cow. Lift the legs into the air, take hold of the ankles. Inhale here, pin hips to floor. Exhale, gentle pull outwards and downwards. Release and relax for 3, for 2. Try not to overdo this then, it's very easily overdone, this stretch. And for 1 more breath. And then release. Alright, across the legs. Take your Shavasana, guys. It's finally that time. Roll the shoulders back. Let the palms open. Let the face relax. Let the lips slightly part. And you focus back to breath. Slowly and deeply and mindfully. Okay, stay in your Shavasana for as long as you want. I'm going to take 1 more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly roll onto one side. Take 1 breath. And then in your own time, just gently roll or push up to a seated pose. Now let's close off the practice. Wrists relax. Inhale, sweep up with the arms. Hands meet at the top. And then exhale, bring hands to chest. Alright, namaste, risers.